Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. So today you join me for another Premier prediction. That is right, today we are predicting Premier League Game Week 11. That is right guys, so sit back, relax, get some snacks. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not ready, and without further ado, let's kick off our Premier League predictions Game Week 11. First up we've got Tottenham Hotspur versus Man United. This is a half 12 kickoff guys, so Tottenham lost 1-0 to their London rivals Chelsea 1-0. Okay, now that puts them in 6th place, but 8 points behind leaders Arsenal. If you've seen online, there's a lot of stuff going around right now about Thomas Frank and the players, like the players ignoring Thomas Frank when he tried to shake their hands and stuff. Apparently the players have come out and said they apologise for that, but in my opinion, why are they ignoring their manager already? Is there some sort of miscommunication, tactic ways? Has Thomas Frank lost the dressing room? I don't think so. I think it's just players, guys, obviously wanting to win. But obviously, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Players wanting to win, but the fact they ignored him, there's something else there. But obviously, we will not know until it comes out. But yeah. Overall, I pulled this up for Spurs. I thought they were doing quite well, but tactically, I don't think they were set up against Chelsea in the right manner. So that's probably why they lost. Up against Man United, who drew 2-2 to Nottingham Forest. Man United were set to lose that game, but they come back and drew 2-2. Man United now are 4 games unbeaten, and for Man United standards, that is pretty solid in my opinion, considering how poor they have been in recent games. So just on that alone, guys, I've got this game to end as another draw. That is why I've got this game, guys, to end Tottenham Hotspur versus Man United to end as a 2-2 draw. Next, we've got Everton versus Fulham. That is why Everton, guys, drew 1-1 for Sunderland Monday night. Overall, a very decent point. Everton are lacking that goal consistency, okay, that is right. Everton lack a forward, they lack a striker who can put the ball in the back of the net. Their main priority in January is to sign a striker who, can put the ball in the back of the net. They got better, they got Thierry Barry, but in my opinion, just not good enough. They are back at their home ground this weekend at Dickinson Stadium, so that'll give them a boost going into this game because they're up against Fulham, who beat Wolves 3-0. Massive assault for Fulham right there. Fulham went on a 4-game losing streak to get a 3-0 win against the relegation rivals Wolves. Fantastic win for Fulham, and that should hopefully now, sort of build their confidence up a little bit and try and push on with the season. But I think, guys, Everton will put up a bit of a fight again. So that's why I got this game, guys, to end as a draw. That is why I got Everton versus Fulham to end as a 1-1 draw. Next we've got West Ham versus Burnley, guys. That is right, West Ham with a massive 3-1 win against Newcastle. Maybe now Nuno Santo can now hopefully get the best out of his players. West Ham were on a 3-game losing streak, and to beat Newcastle 3-1, fantastic result. They still sit in the relegation zone, but that win now, I can see West Ham, guys, spiking up that table, because I think Nuno Santo just needed a bit of time to understand his players and players to sort of understand his style of play. And I think hopefully now, West Ham, hopefully do that, because West Ham shouldn't be where they are in my opinion. They've got such a good side still even now. They need to sell Nicholas Fulgrug, who is living life in the Premier League on his wage bill, okay, and in my opinion, Fulgrug has not been at his literally at his best. He's always injured. Get rid of Fulgrug in the January transfer window because he's costing them a massive fortune, so we'll see what happens. Burnley, who lost 2-0 to Arsenal, but no harm done in that, guys. No harm done in that, because Arsenal are top of the league right now. Burnley are 3 points ahead of West Ham, just above the relegation zone, so West Ham need this win more than Burnley, okay, and you know what? I do have, guys, West Ham to beat Burnley 2-1. Next we've got Sunderland versus Arsenal. That is right, guys. So Sunderland drew 1-1 with Everton. They're catching Granit Xhaka with a fantastic goal. And, a week before he plays his former club, Arsenal, that will give Xhaka a massive confidence boost, okay? So, Sunderland, guys, sit in 4th place in the table and only 8 points behind leaders Arsenal. So Sunderland, guys, I can't believe how high Sunderland are this year. But in my opinion, Xhaka, I say it again, Xhaka, guys, in my opinion, has been one of the best summer transfers of the Premier League this season, because he has been everywhere for Sunderland. You know, all on the pitch, he's everywhere, and that is what Sunderland needed, someone like him in the squad. He's 33 years old now, so he hasn't got long left in the Premier League, but what he's doing right now is something good. Okay, they're up against Arsenal, who beat Burnley 2-0, and it looks like Arsenal aren't losing or aren't scuffing the league at the moment. Okay, they are on a 5-game win streak. That is right, guys. So Arsenal are in for the title race this year, and I've got to say, I would love to see Arsenal do it, but they could be without their star striker Gyökeres, Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus. So Arsenal are lacking a striker for this game. I do have Arsenal, guys, to beat Sunderland 2-0. Next one, Chelsea versus Wolves, guys. So Chelsea beat their London rivals Spurs 1-0, which now sees them up into 7th place. Nothing special about Chelsea, guys. They sit in 7th place. In my opinion, at the moment, it has been a bang average season for Chelsea, considering the team they have. They're up against Wolves, guys, who have just sacked their manager, Victor Pereira. Right decision, in my opinion. Right decision, guys, because Wolves already sit on 2 points this season, and they're already 8 points behind, you know, getting out of the playoff, getting out of the relegation zone. So Victor Pereira had to go. So many arguments, so many fights with the fans, the players, and Gary O'Neill was set to take charge again after being sacked last year, but turned that move down. So we'll see what happens with Wolves, guys. But I think Wolves now will put up a bit of a fight now, because under Victor Pereira, I think that fight disappeared. In my opinion, Wolves have a good side, but obviously the way they were playing was very low on confidence. Just on that, guys, I do have Chelsea to beat Wolves 3-0. Next we've got Aston Villa versus Bournemouth, guys. So Villa lost 2-0 to Liverpool, which now sees them back down to 11th place. But there's only 3 points between 11th and 5th, guys. So if Villa can beat Bournemouth, you know, that will move them so much closer to where Bournemouth are in the table right now. John McGinn, their club captain, has signed a new contract with them. In my opinion, you know, John McGinn, guys, you know, he isn't the most gifted players, but he works hard for the side. He's strong, he's aggressive, you know, good communicator on the pitch. So I think they've signed him for another 2 more years. But yeah, like I say, McGinn isn't the most gifted players, guys, but he is, you know, a key player for Aston Villa. They're up against Bournemouth, guys. Lost 3-1 to Man City at the weekend. Overall, you know, pretty poor result for Bournemouth, but they are against the best team in the league at the moment. Bournemouth now sit in 5th place, but again, guys, for a small club like Bournemouth, sitting in 5th place is massive, okay? And I've got to say, fair play to them, fair play to the manager, and because of that, I think Bournemouth, guys, will bounce back this week and beat Villa. That's why I got Bournemouth to beat Villa 2-1. Next is 12th versus 13th, guys. It's Brentford versus Newcastle. So Brentford lost 2-0 to Crystal Palace. Brentford went on a 2-game winning streak before this game, and you know, Brentford, man, they're still a good side to watch. They're still a good side. You know, they're still a hard side to beat. And you know, losing 2-0 to Palace, guys, is not really that bad, because Palace right now are a team that are coming back on form yet again. But in my opinion, guys, Brentford again have another star signing in their system. That is Jordan Henderson, top class, world class for them right now. You know, again, just like Xhaka, he is working hard for the team, making sure he gets in the right position, and that is what he is doing. They're up against Newcastle, who lost 3-1 to West Ham. Okay, and that puts them down to 13th place. Apparently, I've heard online that Newcastle owners are looking at Eddie Howe's recent form, okay, and on about, like, you know, talking to him and stuff like that. Does that mean the sack? In my opinion, if Newcastle sack Eddie Howe, that is a massive, massive mistake in my opinion. Yes, Newcastle aren't as dominant right now, but they did win their Champions League game last night as you're watching this. So you know what? Newcastle, guys, it's a difficult one with Newcastle, because Obviously last season they had a good season, the year before, you know, they had a good season. This year not so good, but they are getting used to a few new changes around the team, okay, and I think they'll come good. But just on that, guys, I've got this game to end as a 1-1 draw. Again, this is 9th versus 10th. It is Crystal Palace versus Brighton, guys. That's right, so Palace beat Brentford 2-0. It's now sees them back up to 9th place. And again, they have had a very, very good season. Mateta on the score sheet yet again. Their manager, Oliver Glasner, is very underrated in my opinion. He's got them playing some good football. And keep doing what they are doing, they should compete for a top 7 finish this year. They're up against Brighton, who are also on form, okay. They beat Leeds 3-0. Danny Welbeck, yet again. There's so much talk going on about Danny Welbeck right now, guys. Saying, you know, a lot of fans want him to be called up to the England squad for this this month and also the World Cup next year. My opinion, get it done, because he's the man on form right now. You know, he's more informed. He's more informed than Ollie Watkins. More informed than who else we got? You know, he's more informed than Ollie Watkins. In my opinion, he deserves to be number 2 striker behind Harry Kane in the World Cup next year. And if Brighton keep getting him scoring goals this year, Brighton again could finish in the top 7 position. Just on that, guys, I've got this game to be a very exciting draw. That's why I got this game to end as a 2-2 draw. Forest versus Leeds, guys. So Forest drew 2-2 with Man United at the weekend. They do sit in 19th place in the table still, 4 points from safety, and but that point against Man United just shows you how good Sean Dyche is. You know, like I say, you won't win your titles, you won't win your silverware or anything like that, but he'll get you stability, and that's what Forest are now looking at. You know, Forest guys do look a better side. I watched them in their last game against Man United, and they looked okay. But they are sitting 19th place, so Forest need to pick up points super soon. They'll be against Leeds, who lost 3-0 to Brighton, which also has now seen them in 16th place. So again, Forest guys need this win more than Leeds, because if Forest can beat Leeds, that is one step closer to Leeds and also getting out of the relegation zone. So just on that, I got Forest guys to beat Leeds 2-0. Down to the final game of this game week, guys. This is the game of the weekend. It is Man City versus Liverpool. This is 2nd versus 3rd, guys. So Man City beat Bournemouth 3-1. Erling Haaland, yet again, is fantastic. He's back on the score sheet again. He's looking apart. He's scored 2 goals. His first goal was top class, where he has so much time to think about it. When strikers have too much time to think about what to do, they always miss the opportunity. But he didn't. He did well there, and yeah, fair play. In the last 5 games, won 4 and lost 1. So Man City are coming back with some sort of form now, and getting Rodri back as well, which is a major part for them. They're up against Liverpool, who beat Aston Villa 2-0, and they also beat Real Madrid in the Champions League yesterday as well. So Liverpool are coming back on some sort of form right now. 1 point in it, guys, between 2nd and 3rd. So Liverpool want to try and get 2nd and close the gap on Arsenal now. They've got their form back. Just on that, guys, I've got Man City to beat Liverpool, that as well, because I think Haaland, man, will tear them apart. So I've got Man City, guys, to beat Liverpool 3-1. And there we go, guys. That's my Premier League Game Week 11 predictions. Let's start a conversation in the comments, guys. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. I'll see you guys next week for a brand new one. Game Week 11 is here, so let's enjoy it, guys. Enjoy the weekend. See you soon. Good, and good night.